definitely the rear hand and how you're actually stopping this. If he's setting up, and I strike now, break his balance, step, this strike, it strikes the nerve bundle, it floats right above it. Hey guys, it's Sensei George here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to counter a throw with a technique from Kotoru. You're watching Kata to the Streets. Ninja. Ta. Oh. Yeah. Okay, get up. Okay guys, you're watching Kata to the Streets with Sensei George, and what I'm going to show you guys today is a technique called O-Gyaku. It means great reversal, but it also means to strike a very specific point. So what's happening is that we grab each other in kamooch, the seizing strike, and he's trying to step in to do a throw to me. If I didn't do anything, I'd go straight over his shoulder for this throw, and it'd be over. So from this point, before he gets his foot directly all the way in front of me, I need to step out simultaneously, strike to a pressure point in the back, push, and use this lead hand to break his balance and knocking his head up. From this point, I step around one more time, make a nice strong hammer fist, and I'm going to be striking with the meat of the fist down to the ura kimon, a part directly below his nipple. Strike down with that, and that's a escape. Yep, get back up. Okay, now to check out the other side of the technique of what's going on. So when he comes to strike, this rear hand does something very important. So as he goes to do the throw, and I step around, this rises up because it's free, strikes him into the hip, and then I use my thumb with another version of Boshikin to press into a nerve bundle above his pelvic girdle. When I strike that, it bows him, and he's already starting to fall. This lets me clear this hand over, and then again, I strike down to the chest. Now, the reason that I'm striking down to the chest is because I'm compressing his chest cavity and causing his heart to experience a sudden surge of force. Now, what this reflects upon is a condition called commotio cordis. Commotio cordis is when there's blunt trauma to the chest, and while your heart is going through its normal pattern of beating, it goes to a point of repolarization, which is a very short window of time. And when you hit that, it actually stops the heart from repolarizing and then causes it to go into cardiac arrest. So normally that section is very short, but then when you're excited, you're fighting someone, and your body dumped adrenaline into your system, what happens is that that short window, which it was normally 1, might become 4 or 5, which increases your probability of striking to the chest cavity when it's at that point of repolarization. So by increasing their heart rate in a moment of conflict, and I strike them into the chest, it activates that sequence and allows me to cause my opponent to drop from a hammer fist alone. Okay, now that's the main core of the technique. Let's break it down into some different aspects and study the principles. Okay, so you want to go back around on this side so you can see a good angle. So what happens is that when he's entering for this throw, is the first part is that strike. That strike is disrupting his balance and clears me out for a lot of stuff. If I continue the grab, but if I do the strike, I'm able to pull this hand out and do a number of things. So this is the most important part. I'm out of line. That is the first principle. To get offline, let my hips escape his hips so that he can't actually throw me. Generally from this point, there's a wider range of attacks that you can do from here and finish your opponent. So in that instance, you can get up a little bit quicker. So in that instance, when he's coming in for the throw and I step offline, I struck him, and I'm using that same strike to break his balance, but notice that his leg is now twisted in front of me and escaped, because when I went diagonally in front of him, it stretched his body out. I struck him, broke his balance, pressed that down, just held him out in front of me, coming for a rear naked choke, hold, place, squeeze. Yeah? A good choke, 30 seconds or less, they're out. Slide them off, strike if necessary. Escape. Again, remember, for Kata to the Streets, it's not about finishing the opponent, it's more so doing what you need to get past, disengage, and escape. But you also want to make sure that they can't get up and chase you generally. So that is that aspect of it. Now another aspect is this scissoring motion with your hands. By doing just this motion alone, you can topple your opponent by timing the throw with your taizabaki, which takes them off balance. So get up one more time from this side. So Move this way. Okay, so again, what I'm trying to do is that when he comes in, I just step with him. He never got the technique in the first place. And then I go ahead and I strike him in the hip, bump him in the face and walk past. This brings him down and I'm on top and I can finish. Get up out of there. This is a very strong aspect of Kata to the street and the reason that we train it and how we do. It's important that you do it dynamically, not just sitting there and standing. Because even if we were just moving back and forth in Kamooch, try to drag me around a little, and I'm moving with his balance and understanding where he's trying to go, the moment that he turns into me to set up for anything, balance. And by doing those two motions, you topple his kazoosh, his balance, and you make him fall. So there's one more aspect that I definitely want to go over with you guys, and this involves one other hand strike. It's called chinkin. Chinkin is a hand grip with all 5 of your fingers, and the easy way to remember it, chinkin goes to the chin. There's a pressure point under here called asagasumi, and it's hooking directly under the mandible in this point right here. So the thumb comes underneath. The two, the ring finger and the middle finger go directly into the eye socket region to grab into the orbs. The other two come into the cheek. Training it safely, just grab the face plate. But in all actuality, you probably poke the opponent's eyes, again, helping them knock back. So this is what chinkin looks like right here. So what's gonna happen is he's gonna set up for the throw, and I got offline, but now you come around this side so you can see, I grabbed with a chinkin. This chinkin is gonna make them knock their face straight back and take them down just as easily. They're not gonna be holding on to you when you got 2 knuckles deep in and they're panicking about being able to see. So one other aspect of this is targeting, yeah? There are a few different targets that you can take to. Commotio cordis is no big thing to play around with, and it is a scary topic if you know what you're doing. So while that may be a historical aspect of it, of being able to strike through armor and still cause shock, what we want to be able to do is sometimes say, what am I going to do if I'm dealing with a less threatening opponent? I don't want to go to a lethal technique. It's always easy to scale your attacks. I can do another target to make sure that it's not as lethal, or to be able to disengage a little bit more readily. So he sets up for the technique. I do this. Go ahead, set up for the throw. I do the same escape, clear this hand off. Instead of me stepping around and hitting to the chest, I'm just going to send him home with a broken nose. So I come to the straight of the face and use that motion to knock him straight down. That same motion, full commitment, will shatter the nose, and it'll cause their eyes to tear up, and it may cause blood to run out of their nose and a few other different factors. But all those different things, when they get back up, broken nose, teary-eyed, they can't see where you are exactly, they're in a lot of pain, you're going to be able to escape in that moment. So that's the principles of O-Gyaku. Thank you for watching What Would Ninjas Do? This is Sensei George. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to see. If you see a different Ruha or another style, I'm interested in looking into what they all have to offer. So thank you for watching. Domo arigatou gozaimashita.